Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So as y'all see, at this current moment I am standing is because I need a light. Had to make sure the light was good. So thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate it. So please, before we get started, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and make sure you put some, good feedback for me so I can know what to do. And share this video so other people can watch it too. So I know this part 2 of Beverly Hills reunion. I watched it. I'll be honest with you, didn't much kind of stick out at me. Too much. It was a little bit about, Erica doing some questions and she was answering real fast, almost kind of rushing through it. Not really wanting to be pushed. And you had a little bit about Lisa Rinna's daughter. No one cares about her dating. What's the dude's name? Scott Disick. And I think that they talked a little bit about Kathy and Kyle, and that's kind of where we pick up. So I'm just gonna kind of go straight there. So let me try to pick my little phone up here because I got my little notes. I've been working hard, y'all. I've been working a whole lot. So we just go run on up in here. So we found out Kathy never watched American Woman. Her or Kim, I don't think, ever watched it. She said that she did watch a trailer, but she didn't watch it because she didn't want to see their mother being portrayed in a negative light. Kyle said she would never do that to their mom. Can we say it's true? I didn't watch American Woman. I wasn't interested. But did y'all see Kyle in Halloween? Halloween itself was corny, but she did alright. She did a pretty decent job. It was funny seeing her on there and seeing her run, because her run is literally weird. But after that, it was okay. But Kathy never watched American Woman, and we found out that Kathy actually knows the lady's name is Paula. They do a flashback clip to let us know that she knew her name and didn't just find out her name. So okay, we go let Kathy have that. I'm gonna hold this phone. We're going to let Kathy have that. Good job, Kathy. Kudos to you. You knew her name. I'm happy that you did, because it would have been problematic if she didn't. Alright, so they did switch over to Garcelle real quick because she could not think of her sister Carol's name. Come to find out, Garcelle and Carol had some issues, and Garcelle has kind of suppressed her feelings. One thing, I'm going to tell you, the mind is a strong thing. Whenever you have issues with someone, even if you don't voice the fact that you have issues with someone, your brain does small little things to kind of remind you that something ain't right. And it'd be those small things of, I can't remember who that is. What's the name? What's the freaking name? And you be trying so hard, and you cannot get their name. It's usually because there's some issue, some concern that you have not allowed yourself to fully flesh out and work through. So we did switch to Crystal. And we again, talked about the escort agency. You guys know what's interesting? Crystal said it was when she was out of high school going to college, she was 18. When I was 20, I actually worked at a sex house. So I was not into having sex, but I did work. I worked at the front door. I was one of the people who would greet them, and I would take all their clothes and put it in like baggage, put it up, give them a certain number, send them on in with 2 condoms and some lube. And to be honest, y'all, I met so many people working at that sex house. I met a guy who was like a manager for like the NFL. I remember Final Four was going on, like one of the big coaches, he came in there. He actually tried to get me to go to his room. This was in New Orleans, by the way, because I went to undergrad in New Orleans. And there was the dean of my school came in there, y'all. Not the dean of school, but the dean of students, sorry. The dean of students at my school came in there. I was like, but I used that to my advantage. Just know I never had to pay for a private dorm room again. Okay. So we discussed the violation thing a little bit more, and Crystal lets us know that it was due to also a build-up. The build-up of everything that's going on that weekend. Again, I said it then, I'll say it now. The correct usage of the word was the usage of the word was correct. Did it feel strong? Yes, probably, but the usage was correct. And I think what's interesting and I really appreciate is the apologies Sutton gave her online, as well as even sitting in the spot of potentially contributing to any type of racial slurs and things that were pointed in Crystal's direction. Um, Not saying that Sutton did that directly, but again, excuse me, you had some people who felt like Crystal was overreacting, and then they'll take that and try to turn it into some negative stuff. It's weird how people engage, but I appreciate what Sutton did there, and I really hate that Crystal had to delete her social media, her Twitter, because she was receiving hundreds of hate messages every day. That's truly sad, and people, it's funny. People act out when they feel that their livelihood, in a sense, is threatened, or their security is threatened, or something of that nature. For example, I'll be honest with y'all, I have to check myself sometimes. Let's just look at kids. Prime example. Let's look at the Oedipus complex and the what's the other one called? Oedipus complex, and then they got one for girls. But anyway, so let's say the parents, right? You have mommy, daddy, little girl. Little girl wants daddy's attention. A little boy wants mommy's attention, and then the parent comes in and they kind of, the child gets upset. No, this is my mommy. This is my daddy. But that's kind of what people do whenever they are in certain cultures and other cultures come in, right? No, this is my culture. No, you're taking from me. No, no, no. Right? Until you grow up out of that and you see like, like I got my relationship with daddy, mommy has her relationship with daddy, and vice versa. Some people have not left that toddler stage. So, and that's so sad to say when it pertains to our culture. Some people are still in a toddler-like stage where they throw tantrums just because it's like, you're taking away from me. When it's like, no, they're not taking away from you. Now, maybe they've applied themselves more than you. They're not taking away from you. You have your own relationship with this culture because you grew up in it. This is your culture. You know the dynamics of what it takes to make it in this culture. Well, this person here works hard. I mean, let's think about a wife versus a hoe. I mean, sorry, not a hoe. Not a hoe. Not a hoe. A husband or wife versus a side person, right? I'm the center. If I got this as my dude, and let's say I'm a cheater. And my dude is doing everything he can for me, but I don't like it. So let's say he stopped. So now he lazy. He ain't doing what he's supposed to do no more, ain't making me feel right. Then I'm a cheater, right? I'm a cheater. So this person comes and they doing everything. They working hard, they overtime. Okay? I mean, they doing it all. So I'm just like, yes, you're doing it all. You can get my money. You're doing nothing. So I just do the bare minimum to take care of you because I have to. Basically, you're getting mad at him because he's doing what you're not doing, but you're not looking at me. So basically, people in America, don't get upset. Do more. Do better. Don't be mad at her. She can't help she married a rich man. Life goes on. But anyway, go keep it moving. She talks about her body image and being bulimic and how the violation when Sutton came in did that trigger her. And that was another piece of evidence we didn't have. People with body image concerns, the smallest thing is something that kind of triggers them, right? So, for instance, y'all see I wear glasses. Sometimes I got contacts in right now, but I have like these little dark marks on my nose. A person with body image concerns would see that, where you all probably wouldn't pay it no man would be like, oh my God, I'm so ugly. I need to just I don't want you to see my nose. I need a nose job. Oh my God, I need to get my skin done. Oh my God, do you see this blemish? Do you see this hump? Oh my God, I need to just. So to her being bulimic, to her it's just like, my body's ugly. Oh my God, you see me. Why are you looking at my body? Don't look at my body. Oh my God, this is hurtful. This is painful. Why are you looking at me? Remember that episode where Erica was like, where have you been hiding this body? That's why she covers up. That's why she says, I'm a tomboy. I wear those baggy clothes because she had body concern issues. I don't want you to see my body because she's still not comfortable with her body. That's why it was a violation. So I'm happy that we got that information. Um, in this portion, I felt some type of way because they talked about Crystal's culture, how enjoyable it was, and how Andy was happy. There we go. How Andy was happy that the women got to see her culture, and everybody's like, yes, yes, we love her culture. And I was like, I'm happy. But why didn't you turn around and ask them how it felt to experience Garcelle's culture? And I know I don't want to do this whole pit for pat thing. I'm sorry if that's how you feel, but you have two women of different cultural backgrounds, and you only ask them how it feels to experience one and not the other. Why not the other? Or it could have been a blanket question. How was it to experience different cultures this season? How was it experiencing some of Garcelle's culture? How was it experiencing some of Crystal's culture? What was that like for you? He didn't ask that question. That bothered me. It really did. I can't even hold that. It did. It bothered me. It took me off. We learned that Kathy and her husband don't own the Hilton, which was interesting. I thought they still owned it, but we learned that they sold it. Have nothing to do with it. But it was his grandfather, Kathy's husband's grandfather, who started the company, who started the hotel. So that's interesting. That was no fun fact. We learned that Kathy and Kyle's children are the ones who got them back together, talking blah blah blah. All right, we get on Erica. Kyle is being a kiss butt. Like, mwah, Erica, kiss it. Kyle literally, and I kid y'all not, when I say literally, she literally jumped in and was like, wait a minute, I just really need to say this, okay? Like, we didn't know everything that was coming out. It just came out from nowhere. And, you know, we never thought that. Like, girl, we gonna get to your shut. Anyway, she kissing up. She, mwah. And you see Garcelle like, I'm like, same sentiment. Kyle is a master manipulator. Kyle is a, what's the word without being rude? Kyle is someone who I guess does not like conflict. Even though she stirs the pot, she don't want no heat. You're in the kitchen. Sorry, sweets. You're in the kitchen. You can't add ingredients and then expect nothing, no aroma, no nothing. So, you know, she's doing all this kissing up and everything. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Because we got to the question of Erica's like keeping count of who has her back and who doesn't. She's like, I'm just gonna keep that secret. I'm gonna hold it. What you gonna hold it for? We already know that you don't talk about Lisa Rinna. So they start asking questions. So Garcelle asked Erica about not understanding how they could be concerned that they could be lumped in, and she said to them, even though it's projected onto them, they should not worry about it at all because they know her. Girl, hold up. Let's talk about what a projection is. A projection is I take my stuff, throw it onto you, and make it your stuff. It says you. Why would I not be concerned if you finna project your stuff on me? If the media is gonna project your negative energy on me? Girl, because I hang with you, I could lose some stuff too. No. I think Sunny Hostin said the best on The View. She was like, I would get all of them. Every single one. Why is that? Erica done selling the show. She done told them some stuff. Now they asking questions. I'm going to collect every single one of them. All of them coming in. Yes, they have a right to be concerned. I thought that was so arrogant to sit there and say, because you know me, you know I'm not lying, and I'm so disappointed in you all, you should know. No, ma'am. That's projected onto me. Sorry, sis. I'm carrying some of that negative heat too. No, ma'am. I'd rather not have. Sutton mentions not knowing how they can be looped in. Oh yeah, how it was some concern. Like, we didn't know how we were going to be played into this. And Erica claims that they could have called her, that Sutton could have called her. I don't believe Sutton could have called her and she was told her truth. Don't believe, because she's not part of that group. That little Fox 4 thing. I do believe if it was Lisa Rinna, Kyle, Dorit, um, I think she would have said something to them. But I highly doubt if Garcelle asked her flat out, is Tom cheating? She told her no. So, okay, girl, if I'm finna ask you about something serious, do you think she gonna tell Garcelle? Mm-mm. You and Sutton were halfway decent, but I highly doubt you would have told her. You didn't know Crystal, you weren't gonna tell her nothing. Come on now, it's not rocket science. Kathy asked what's the difference between this case with Erica versus other housewives cases, and Andy had explained to her with other housewives cases, it was no victims involved. It was just that person and probably what they did to the IRS. This case, there are victims here. And her story's changing 1,000 times over, which, excuse me, which they play that montage of that story. Back in 2017, it was Tom had an accident, he broke his ankle. Oh, he's fine. He's fine, nothing is going on, girl, he's good. I'm just dealing with the biggest baby in the world right now, but he's fine. Then this story, oh, Tom broke his ankle and he was unconscious for 12 hours. And then you go to the other scene where Dorit says, yeah, he was unconscious for 12 hours, allegedly. What? And now he done had a burglar accident. He confronted the burglar. He got to have surgery on his eye because he had glaucoma. Once he get the surgery done on his eye, or I'm sorry, while he's there at the burglar, your son go check on the house. Somehow your son is coughed up 5 times because it was snowing in Southern California. It don't snow in Southern California. If it do, I'm shocked. Please, somebody tell me, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm not sure. I don't live in California. If it snows down there, okay. Can you prove it? Is there any police records? Can we look at the weather from the day? Was it snowing in Southern California? All right. I mean, these stories are very elaborate. I'm not saying they're not true. They're elaborate. Sutton, Andy, everybody. Erica know it's about the victims at the end of the day. And she's like, I know. Don't you know how I feel? And they're like, no. How do you feel? I feel horrible. They're like, well, you've never said that. I have said it. No, you have not. You never said not one time that you felt horrible for those victims. You actually made yourself look like a victim, which is what Sutton was letting her know. You made yourself look like the victim. You did not give in any way, shape, or form any type of care in the world on these scenes that say that I'm the victim. I mean, I'm sorry that they're victims. My apologies. So Erica's now very, very defensive because Kyle then brings up her Instagram. This is how you're looking on Instagram. This is the kind of stuff you're posting. It does not look remorseful. You have not changed your image. Andy lets her know the same thing. Even Lisa Rinna. I don't even like Lisa Rinna, but even Lisa Rinna was like, I get that she didn't do these things, but at the same time she's feeding the fire with what she's posting. Everybody can see that you need to shift your angle and that you're actually poking the bear with what you're doing with this kind of stuff. And of course she feels like they shouldn't worry about it because it's not them, but they're associated with you, so maybe they should. Last but not least, everyone talks about do they believe Erica knew? And everybody says, no, of course we don't believe that she knew. Garcelle says, I don't believe that she knew fully, but at the same time, I do believe that she stayed in it and when she says stayed in it, not the marriage, but stayed in the aloofness per se, because she enjoyed the lifestyle. And that's real. I could believe that. If Erica said, you know what, y'all, I really didn't know, but Tom was affording my lifestyle, so this is just, I didn't think to ask. But I can't lie, it's also hard to believe, like in part 2 where she said she get every single one of her checks. All of her Real Housewives checks, she said, went like Tom handled. Now imagine, I think they said Erica's salary is like $600 and some thousand. This is what I would think. Let's bust that down. It's like 20, I think it's for the, I don't know if the reunion is included. Let's just say it's 20 episodes, $600,000. That's about, I think that's probably around like, how many thousands of dollars that per episode? Let me see. I'm just gonna do the math. Okay, that's $30,000 per episode. Let's say you have a new car, you rented a $10,000 house per month, which is crazy. You know, after taxes come out, you at least got 15K in your pocket. Girl, 10,000 of that done went to mortgage, whatever. Anyway, long story short, that ain't got nothing to do with it. She said every single one of her checks went to Tom, like they went into the account. But if you said Tom was declining for the last 10 years, I think she said 10, but let's just go with, let's say between the last 3 to 10 years, why is it that all your money would still go to Tom if he's declining? Why would you not have another bank account? Why would you have your own attorneys now? You didn't have them then? That's the part that we struggle with. Because every woman I know, even women who don't have no money, try to have a little nest egg somewhere for themselves. At the end of the day, people, I don't know what to say. We go let it be what it is. We go let them say what they say. But I'm with Garcelle. I believe she stayed in it. If she didn't know, because she enjoyed the lifestyle. But financial tip for the day. I don't even do accounting, but this is every relationship with 2 people in it should have 5 accounts. Your personal, his or her personal, your savings, his or her savings, and a mutual account for the bills and rainy day fund that y'all both put in. That way you'll never have no problems with money. There's only one account that's going to everything. We both know where it's going. Everything else that come out of your account is yours, and anything that comes that's negative towards that account is your business. Ain't got nothing to do with me. Done with it. Because in relationships, whether you are single and you're in a relationship with yourself or friends, partnered or whatever, you always think about yourself first. I know people do that dumb stuff of, put this person in front of you. No, you're supposed to think of your spouse. No, screw that. And yes, if you have children, love your kids. But if you don't take care of yourself, you're not good enough for anybody else around you. You have to take care of yourself first. And that is a word of the day. So enjoy yourselves. I like you good people. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share. And I will holler at y'all later. I actually think I like doing this thing standing up. I might do this a little bit more often. Bye.